Today I'm going to tell you how I locked in 0% interest funding for 3+ years and how you can do the same and use these smart money strategies to take your life, your business, and your wealth to the next level. So let's get started. So in 2019, I was deeply in debt that I had taken from a previous business to start a brand new business, and I was doing all sorts of strategic stuff to get my cash flow right. I had the funding in place, but I did have these debts and I needed to pay them off, and they were not at 0% interest, so it was eating me alive. So I went through some of our strategic funding steps where I was able to get some of my balances lowered a little bit, and I started with my wife. And so if you're married, if you have a partner, spouse, business partner, friend, family member, and you both have some high interest debt that you need to get rid of, here's the strategy that you can use to do it. You start working on one of you to qualify for 0% interest funding. And so sometimes that means moving some money, balance transferring from one partner to the other, getting that person's credit score up so they can do 0% interest card stacking. So that's what we did with my wife. She was able to secure, I think, about $40,000 in 0% interest funds. And then we were able to then take her existing balances, move those over to the new 0% interest account. And then we used her new 0% interest accounts, what was left of them, to then balance transfer and pay mine down. So now she had 0% interest locked in for the next 12 to 18 months. So that gives you, a year and a half basically there of 0% interest. And if you're paying 0% interest, that means 100% of the dollars that you send out each month are paying all principal, no interest. Smart entrepreneurs should always do their best to avoid paying interest. Now, if you've got a great return on loan, which I'm going to tell you how that formula works in just a couple minutes, then that's okay because you're winning the game of entrepreneurship. But at the end of the day, especially when you have any personal debts, hopefully you're getting those paid off and moving those all to 0% interest. So right there, we had a runway of 12 to 18 months with my wife's 0% interest money. And then I was able to gather another 12 to 18 months of 0% interest, over $50,000, $60,000 for myself. And so now that extended our runway from not only 12 to 18 for her, but another 12 to 18 for me. So now we're going on almost basically 30 months. We're talking 2.5 years of 0% interest funds. And then guess what happens? After about a year and a half, you can do a second round of 0% interest funding because we live in the greatest country in the world, the best financial system where there are additional 0% interest lenders that you can tap into. So now you might be looking at 45 months at 0% interest on average, which is well over 3 years. And that is the strategy that you can follow, and you can literally keep tapping this for years to come. Another strategy is some of these lenders, after you pay their balance down to zero, will entice you with offers of 0% interest on a balance transfer, or even send a check in the mail, and that might buy you another 12 to 18 months of 0% interest. You can literally strategically be doing this year after year after year. Now, at some point, hopefully you've eliminated all your personal debt, all the debt that's not making you any money. And moving forward, this is where we were talking about ROL. If you're going to do this strategy, it should only be done because you're generating a return on the loan, a return on the line of credit. Debt for personal reasons that doesn't generate any return, there's no expectation of a greater return, is what we call AKA bad debt. And business debt is debt that we're taking out for the purpose of generating an expected educated return because we've got a business model, we've got a proof of concept, we're following someone's roadmap for success who is a business coach, consultant, and trainer, maybe has an e-commerce business, maybe invests in real estate, whatever the opportunity may be that has a proven roadmap that you can follow. That's what we're talking about in terms of smart money and return on loan, return on line of credit with good debt versus bad debt. And that's how you win the game of entrepreneurship. That's how Kevin Plank did it with Under Armour. That's how Phil Knight did it with Nike. It's certainly how we did it here at Seven Figures Funding and so many other entrepreneurs, small business owners. It's how Russell Brunson did it. It's actually how Alex Hormozi did it. And if you haven't seen that video, we've got a great video about how Alex Hormozi actually avoided bankruptcy with this smart funding strategy. So some amazing stories in that video to go ahead and check out. And if you haven't checked out how 0% interest credit card stacking works, there's another video. So that, my friends, is the strategy how you can roll 0% interest for over 3 years, and you should only be doing it to eliminate personal debt and to invest in business. Come on back, share this with other entrepreneurs, and let's win in 2024.